Atbash Cipher by Logan Freeze. The Atbash cipher was invented by Hebrew scribes and used as early as 500 BCE and through the Renaissance and medieval periods, and is still used today. Originally, it was designed for the Hebrew alphabet and was actually used to hide some messages in the Bible. An example can be found in Jeremiah, where the names of some places and people are encoded. At the time, the Hebrews were under the rule of the Babylonians, and so to hide some potentially trouble-inducing texts, Atbash was used. No singular individual is credited with breaking the cipher, partly because it's simple, but it is known that the ancient Greeks and Romans used Atbash, so it stands to reason that it was broken a long time ago. The name Atbash is derived from the first two and last two letters of the Hebrew alphabet, or Aleph Bet. And they're from left to right, down there at the bottom of the screen: Aleph, Bet, Ta, and Shin. The alphabet is actually an abjad, which differs from a regular alphabet in that vowels aren't represented. Only consonants are, while vowel sounds are inferred. In order to use Atbash, you really only need an alphabet or a script with a standard order to representation so that you can write it out both normally in order and in backwards order. Anything from Greek to Korean or English will suffice, and of course, the originally intended Hebrew will also work. A writing utensil and surface is also recommended, but not necessarily essential, since this cipher is pretty simple. So like I said, you'll need an alphabet or something similar, and you'll need to write it out twice, forwards and backwards, respectively, like I've done here. Next, you want to ensure that the alphabets are lined up so that every letter in the forward alphabet corresponds with another letter in the backwards alphabet: A to Z, B to Y, C to X, and so on. The last bit's pretty simple. You just take the message that you want to encode or decode, just exchange each letter in the message for its counterpart from the other alphabet. So if I wanted to encode this message here, I have a secret to tell you. I would just look at the I, find it in the first alphabet, and then find its corresponding letter in the backwards alphabet. So we would write down R. Then you do that for all the other letters and all the other words. So H becomes S, A becomes Z, V becomes E, E becomes V, A becomes Z, so on and so on and so on until you get something that looks something like that. And the same thing goes for if you want to decode a message. You just look at the letters and then you find their corresponding ones in the other alphabet. So D becomes W, S becomes H, Z becomes A, G becomes T, and then H becomes S. So know that this first word is what's, and you just keep doing that for all the other ones until you end up with the decoded message. That's all. Thanks.